So just a quick word about ground rules. We want to wait until both instances of this press conference are over to post anything, share anything, so that all the media get a fair chance to report at the same time. I'm going to send the statements out that I have to you as soon as we get done, so you'll have those in writing if you need to verify. And I'm going to turn it over to Judge Howe.
Good afternoon. Thank y'all for coming again. I'm Bobby Howe, Bowie County Judge. Today we are dealing with an increase in our numbers of confirmed cases of COVID-19. Bowie County still just has one confirmed case, but we've been told that 2 additionally confirmed cases will be shown as being from their county of residence. So there's one confirmed case in Cass County and one in a county in Arkansas, we believe. The only way to stop this virus is to stay at home, keep our distance from each other, and practice good hand washing and disinfecting. As a reminder, tonight at midnight, the governor's executive orders go into place. It will shut down the dining rooms of all bars and restaurants, gyms, and it will also prohibit gatherings of 10 or more people. Please take this seriously and just be glad that we're not in California or New York where we're being told to stay home. And follow the governor's orders so we can protect the health of our community. And I want to address a rumor that we've heard here today that the National Guard is planning to declare martial law and shut down the state borders and grocery stores, and that is not true. That is just a rumor. The National Guard medical team has been activated, I think, by the governor to help in this crisis. But they're not shutting down stores or keeping people in their homes. It's up to you to make a difference and make your own decisions about when and how you venture outside your home. We hope that you'll keep patronizing local businesses to the extent that you can with drive-through and call-in orders ahead of time, because our local stores need your business now more than ever. But it's important to avoid the large gatherings, no more than 10 people, and to keep the social distance. Thank you for cooperating during this time. I know it's a frustrating change to the way that we all go about our daily lives, but it's important that we get ahead of this curve and flatten the curve on the coronavirus, the COVID-19. Thank you. And now, excuse me, now County Judge from Cass County. My name's going blank. Becky Wilbanks. By the way, Cass County has joined our operations center here today, since they're our neighbor, and Becky's here to speak to you. Thank you, Becky.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Becky Wilbanks, Cass County Judge, and I want to thank Judge Howell and Judge Harrison for inviting our county to be a part of this EOC. As you can see, today the operations of this Emergency Operations Center has been expanded to include our county, and we'll use this Joint Operations Center to disseminate messages to our public with one voice. I am grateful that this EOC is operating so well and staying on top of the most up-to-date information available for our residents. Cass County currently has one confirmed case of COVID-19, and this case was community spread, not travel-related. To that end, I'd like to ask the residents of Cass County and the greater Texarkana area to be patient and comply with the orders as directed by Governor Abbott and local officials. We will get information to you as timely as possible, but we need you to heed the advice of those asking you to stay home and practice healthy behaviors. Together, we can beat this virus, but we need to think collectively and responsibly. Thank you.
I want to start off by thanking the citizens of Miller County for abiding by all the state and local mandates that have been put in place. Also, our restaurants that are closed for dining in, you can still get your orders to go and keep and support our local businesses. I want to thank you and ask you again for your continued support in checking on our elderly citizens. The Miller County Office of Emergency Management, in coordination with the local police and sheriff's department, are currently looking into the past contacts of those that may have been in contact with an exposed person to help minimize the risk of further exposure. We are using our local resources and have requested assistance from the state, but we are also asking our local businesses and vendors if they have any supplies that our first responders can use, to include personal protective equipment, PPEs, cleaning equipment, water, to please get in contact with our OEM director, Joe Bennett. And I've also have an email for everyone. It's from Senator Cotton's office regarding the COVID-19 guidance for small businesses, and that's available for you to pick up, and it'll have all the information and links that they'll need to apply for that. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Alan Brown, Mayor of Texarkana, Arkansas. And first of all, as we've just seen this week, the environment that we're currently in can change very quickly. And I'd like to go through just a few updated changes since we last addressed you last Wednesday. In Arkansas, our restaurants and bars are under the governor's office is temporarily suspended for indoor service, carry out only. We do have an exception. This exception is that the beer and wine permit by the ABC law will be lifted to be allowed to carry wine and beer, unopened wine and beer, out of these restaurants. We encourage our citizens to support our restaurants and bars for this carry out for this temporary service. I want to also remind them that the governor yesterday extended our school closure in Arkansas to April the 17th. Our churches should follow the latest CDC guidelines of the 10-person limit. We would encourage all of our citizens to stay home when possible and avoid non-essential travel. Also, most if not all of our local financial institutions' lobbies are now closed. Most are accepting customers on some type of appointment basis. I would encourage you to look at their websites and their Facebook pages and to seek out how to obtain these appointments. Also, most have extended their drive-through operations. City Hall at Texarkana, Arkansas is still open. However, later this afternoon, we will close our Public Works Department and we will accept walk-in appointments only. You can contact our Public Works Department at 779-4971 to schedule an appointment with Public Works. We hope our citizens continue to adhere to our volunteer curfew and observe it for minors from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I still want to emphasize that at this time, we only still have one confirmed case in our area at this time. Also want to mention that our Albertsons on State Line Avenue and our Arkansas side Walmart have extended have changed their hours, but they're allowing specific hours for people of the age 60 and older. Albertsons is 7 to 9 on Tuesdays and Thursdays for this age group, and Walmart's is 7 to 8:30 every day. So also I want to emphasize that I want the citizens to know that both our cities, both of our counties are working diligently to make the best decisions that we can make to protect our citizens. Please have patience and understanding and realizing that these are all just temporary changes, and together we'll get through this.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bob Brugman, Mayor of the City of Texarkana, Texas. And first of all, I want to thank you all for coming out this afternoon. As we continue to deal with this local and national health threat, I want to assure you that we are all working together regionally to respond to the needs of our communities. I have never seen a coordination and collaboration among our two cities and counties like never before. And that means the local residents of the Texarkana region have a fortified team responding to this with even more capacity than we all would alone. I'm proud of this local operation and also proud of our residents of Texarkana who are responding. Please keep adhering to the governor's restrictions and CDC guidelines for combating this disease. Let's all pray for our community's health and pray for our families and our neighbors and make sure we're acting responsibly in the days to come. The quicker we all comply, the quicker we will get this behind us. Also, I've had on my mind the last few days our local restaurants in our community, and I came across a CBS News feed yesterday that provided some tips for helping those who operate and own our local restaurants. And I would just like to very quickly share with you 2 or 3 tips to please keep in mind. Please exercise takeout options for local restaurants. They need the business, and that can also help your family. Also, be sure when you purchase or pick up your order to provide a tip. Suggested percentage is 20% for pickup orders, and that will help the employees with their income at the local establishment. Also, another tip is to buy gift cards. This will provide immediate relief with a cash influx to these restaurants. You can save these gift cards and use them at a later time when the economy becomes better. When it's all over, come back. Be sure to come back and frequent these restaurants when we get this particular matter behind us. And also, if there are opportunities for fundraisers for servers, please take advantage of those opportunities. Once again, thank you all very much for being here this afternoon. Thank you.
Dr. Matt Young, Bowie County Health Authority. I just would like to reiterate what you've already heard today, that we are all working together as a community, and the most important thing we can do is remain calm, alert, educated, and vigilant. It is important for us to stay patient, especially as we change the way that we interact with each other on these basis. Tonight at midnight, as mentioned, bars and restaurant dining rooms and gyms will close. We need to maintain our social distance and avoid gatherings of group of 10 or more citizens. Keep cleaning your hands, avoid the gatherings, stay at home do not use non-essential travel. Travel for essential reasons only to get out of the house. We understand and we are also concerned about our resources, particularly personal protective equipment for our responders and also testing capabilities. We are working through these issues through our governmental agencies and want to assure you that we're doing everything we can and using every resource we can to attack this virus. If there's any questions, we'll take them at this time.
Is anybody being tested? Because there's only one case in Bowie County.
There are still many tests that are pending throughout many of our counties.
Doesn't it seem like it's a lot less chance of acquiring the virus in our area compared to other areas in the state and the country?
Well, I think we're doing a fine job of getting this education out to our citizens and making sure that we maintain what the CDC recommends. And we were very vigilant when we did get the first cases, that we made sure that we investigated those through our Bowie County Emergency Management and then also our Miller County Emergency Management.
When they talk about if someone in a household acquires the virus and they say the whole household should all be quarantined for 2 weeks, if that happens, do you separate the people in the household, or is it unsafe to be around the rest of your relatives, or would they have to actually be sneezed on or coughed on to acquire the virus?
Yeah, so we would recommend them be quarantined together since they've all been exposed together. And unfortunately, with testing, there's not enough testing capability to test everyone. So if they're asymptomatic, their 14 to 15 days of quarantine is their test.
A question for Judge Wilbanks. Can you tell us more about your case and how you know it was community spread? Are you tracing this person's contacts? So forth.
The State Department of Health Services are the ones that do the investigation. As far as I am aware, I was just notified by telephone from their department, so that is all I know.
Have we had any trouble with looting or any crime that's been a result of the virus? Did anybody notice?
Not with us. I don't think we've had any, I've not been told of any reported incident, either as Mayor Brueggemann, so I think that the people are listening, and so that's a good thing for us that we don't have that, because in the long run, that wouldn't be good for us, because we have potential exposure to our police department and possibly our fire department. That's not something we want.
Judge Howell mentioned a case in Arkansas County. Is that the Sevier County case that you reported?
I'm assuming so, Carl. I'm not for sure.
What are the chances of fatality if you acquire the virus? Are there any actual figures?
The figures are difficult because of the different age group. We do know if somebody is 60 or above and has coexisting medical problems, that their mortality rate is much higher than someone under 60 who is otherwise healthy.
We haven't had anybody in any nursing homes around here complain about fever or headaches or any of the symptoms that had to be tested that were waiting on results?
Well, I think the good news is we were early on restricting visitors in these nursing homes before these cases started. So there may be tests pending out there for some of our nursing home patients. However, with those restrictions, I really think we were on top of preventing spread of disease in those areas.
I know in Houston they set up testing areas, drive-through testing. I haven't seen anything in Texarkana yet.
We are working to be able to get that capability. However, the testing, the actual testing and being able to send that off is still delayed because of the backlog at the state. And then hopefully we can get more resources for that we're working through our governmental agencies. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we're going to do a second. Yeah, that's it.